Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dr. J, and I decided to come and do a video response to a question that I've been getting quite often, and that is, where do I get my supplies? And the number one place where I get most of my homeschool resources from is Amazon. Amazon.com is just my go-to place for everything. I get tons of stuff off Amazon. Really, I grocery shop off of Amazon. Okay, so I get tons of stuff off of Amazon. Their prices tend to be very, very reasonable. I don't see them undersold very often. I can get a lot of things that I need at one place, and the shipping's great. So Amazon is the place where I get a lot of my supplies from. When it comes to things like my arts and crafts supplies, paints, brushes, paper, lots of different types of paper, anything that you see that you would normally find in a traditional school setting that you see in my schoolroom, those things I'm generally going to get from Discount School Supply. Their prices are phenomenal when it comes to those arts and crafts, hands-on sort of things. They have really good different kits, like arts and crafts kits and hands-on projects for kids to do. And if you spend a certain amount, you can get free shipping. And I get, beads and necklaces and that the kids, make. And just all sorts of arts and crafts, hands-on stuff I'm going to get from Discount School Supply. I generally put in 1 or 2 bulk orders a year with them. A place where I get a lot of books. You guys know we have a ton of books. I'm not good with the library, taking things back when they need to go back. So really it's cheaper for me to buy books than it is to check them out of the library. So we buy tons of books, and the place where I get a lot of books, if I don't get them off of Amazon, because I get probably about half of my books off of Amazon, but if I don't get them off of Amazon, where I'm getting them from is Book Closeout. Another online retailer, bookcloseout.com. They have really, really great prices on books, and they have tons of books. Like when you sit down on their site, you just want to make sure you have 2 or 3 hours, because you're going to be going through pages and pages and pages of books. What I generally do is I wait for their Black Friday sale, because then everything is usually 50% off that you put in your cart. And literally I will put in an order for 50, 75, 100 books. And but because the books are already discounted, because it's book closeout, and then I get another discount on top of that, I'm generally paying about $2, $3, $4 for a book. Whereas if I bought it on Amazon, that same book might be $7. So I get a lot of my books from bookcloseout.com. Like I said, I generally wait for their Black Friday sale. So I usually do 1 or 2 bulk orders a year from bookcloseout.com. When I am getting some of my resources from the UK, a great place that I go, it's horriblebooks.com. Don't let the name fool you. The guy who runs the site, I think his name is Ray. He's out of California, and basically he gets a ton of things from the UK. He does bulk orders from the UK, and then if he has something in his shop, you can get it for a reasonable price, and he will mail it to you free shipping. Or if he has to get something directly from the UK, then there's a shipping charge with it. But books from Galore Park, the Horrible books, anything that is going to be just a big series from the UK, you can get through him for a very reasonable price and very reasonable on shipping. Some resources I get directly from the supplier. So with my Life of Fred books, I bought those directly from the company. I think the publisher where he sells his books is Polka Dot Press. And so I just bulk ordered, I just got, complete sets from them directly. And a lot of times people will give you a good deal on shipping if you buy in bulk. So I'll get things directly from them. When I got like my science, sometimes I use Real Science for Kids for some of our science work, and I think that is Gravitas Publishing. I will order again directly from the publisher. So if it's small press and it's the author who's selling their book, I generally try to buy directly from the author in those particular circumstances. Another place where I tend to buy directly from the author, it's going to be a small press, Royal Fireworks Press. That is a publisher who publishes books specifically for gifted children. So we get like they have the Michael Clay Thomas books, they have Thompson books, they have book I really like, Suppose the Wolf Were an Octopus, or just anything that's going to be really, really tailored specifically for gifted children. I'll buy directly from Royal Fireworks Press because that is what the site was created for. So I get a lot of, sometimes I do an order. I generally don't do a lot of orders with them because their selection doesn't change that often. So, if I do a bulk order, that is generally going to take us through 2 or 3 years. So I probably will end up doing another bulk order, if not right now, probably in about 6 months for some resources from them. But generally, one bulk order, 2 to 3 years is gonna do it for me. But great selection. Really like the things that they have to offer. If there is something that I just cannot find anyplace else, I know that there's one place where I'm going to be able to get it, and generally get it for a really good price, and that is Rainbow Resources. Most homeschoolers are going to be familiar with Rainbow Resources because that is that big, thick catalog you get that I tell every new homeschooler, if you don't really know what you want to do, if you don't really know your philosophy, order that catalog from Rainbow Resources because it is just a lesson in what is homeschool. So I will order from them. I don't order a lot from them. I did some initial orders with them a couple years ago, but because I create a lot of my own things and I mix and match a lot, I generally don't order a lot from them, but I've gotten some good resources from them, like the Great Composers book that I showed in the music appreciation. I gotten that from them a few years ago. So I've done 2 bulk orders with them and was really happy with what I got, was really happy with their prices. It's just I didn't really need a lot of the stuff that they have. But if you want to really get to understand different materials, if you want to get a lot of reviews, then Rainbow Resources is definitely a good place to hit, and I get some things from them. Other places, if I hear about something, I'll generally just Google it until I find that publisher, and I'll order it directly from there. I've done that a lot with some of the UK resources, and that's actually why I can't tell people. Like, people say, well, where are you getting your stuff from the UK? And I honestly can't remember. Sometimes I'll order something, sometimes my husband will order, and we'll just put in that order and then we're done. So we didn't save the site. I don't really know. So I'm sorry I can't be more helpful with that. But I have found that, just really fun kid stuff, we get a lot from the UK. Also, a place where we get really fun kid resources, especially like DVDs and stuff. A lot of things that were made in Canada actually tend to be really good. Canada has what is where the kids video series Popular Mechanics for Kids was filmed, and Mighty Machines, which is really good for younger kids who really, want to know how things work. So those are from Canadian publishing companies and film houses. So I generally, Google is my friend when looking for stuff, but that's really kind of a snapshot of where I get my materials from. And I hope this was helpful. This is Dr. J. I'm out. Bye-bye.